done, separation of powers. But I have yet to find anybody that I've had personal problems with in their office. And there's a person here that we want to thank for her efforts on behalf of the Attorney General's office. I wish I could say that I'm a Republican, but I don't know any.
Mr. Bullock.
Thank you. I had the good fortune of serving under 8 attorneys general, and I've had the opportunity of learning from each of them, and they were all good. So my answer to your question is all of them. However, I'm going to point out that one attorney general stands out, and that was John Breckinridge, who had a philosophy that the public interest should always come first, and that political interests should not be considered in making decisions that are involving the Attorney General's office. A man that is likewise completely different in many respects than John Breckinridge was Ed Hancock. He came to work at 8:30 every morning. He worked diligently until 5 o'clock at night and left, and he was extremely honest. And more recently, Dave Armstrong had political courage to make decisions that were not politically popular, but which needed to be made, even though he knew he might not be elected lieutenant governor as a result of that, and in truth and in fact, he was not.
Now it's time for closing.
Do I get the answer?
Oh, sorry. Oh, Darrell. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Coleman.
So I'm hiding over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that question is fraught with some difficulty for me as well, because I have 4 former attorneys general endorsing my candidacy, including Mr. Armstrong, who's a personal friend of mine and who was an outstanding prosecutor and an outstanding public servant. And I'm honored to have their endorsement. So it's very difficult for me to say one was better than the other. I do admire the way Steve Beshear, for example, saw the office as more than just a prosecutor's office. He saw the office as having a significant role on behalf of Kentucky consumers. He saw his role as an environmental advocate in that office. And from what I understand, Steve personally took home all of the opinions of the attorneys general before he'd sign off on any of them. So from that standpoint, the idea of seeing it as a bigger role, being aggressive with the office, trying to do more with it, I really admire what Steve did, but many of them have done outstanding things in many different ways.
Thank you. Now, time for closing statements. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to make a case about why he believes you should vote for him on May 22nd. We'll start with Mr. Larson, go straight down the table, so I won't skip anybody.
I want to start out with the same way that I started out with the opening statement. I'm humbled to be here. I'm the only one that doesn't do civil practice. I have an agenda. Your agenda is not with this issue that's before you today. It's not that it is insignificant. Of course it's significant. Open government, good government, is terribly important. I just want to emphasize that the role of the Attorney General is that of the Chief Law Enforcement Officer, primarily the Chief Prosecutor for the state of Kentucky. The prosecutors, by ethics and by experience that I know, Mr. Coleman here, they're responsible, caring, people who work within a budget. That's what you should have for an Attorney General. Thank you.
Mr. Kimball.
Well, I'd love to be your next Attorney General. I practiced law for 27 years. I've wrestled with some very complex issues, Kentucky statutory law, constitutional issues, employment discrimination. I believe that the statute that says that the Attorney General is the, quote, Chief Law Officer, it doesn't say Chief Law Enforcement Officer, it doesn't say Chief Legal Officer, it says Chief Law Officer of the Commonwealth, means something more than that he's just to sit there and carry out the duties assigned to him by the legislature, as important as they are. And therefore, I would hope to be able to recommend some changes in our statutes. I mean, here's the man that's supposed to be enforcing all of them, and if he sees some that are real turkeys, I think he should say something about it. And I've identified a few of those in my campaign brochure, which you're welcome to have one as you leave. But one that I've identified tonight here, I think, is closed juvenile courts. Another is the criminalization of job discrimination. Congress in 1964 debated whether or not to make employment discrimination criminal, and they decided not to. I've been doing those cases myself, representing plaintiffs for 20 years, and that was the right decision. And if we want Kentucky to keep looking like a third-rate banana republic, we can just keep that law and wait until we have attorney generals and governors of different political parties, and we can see it all over again. So I think we should get rid of that law and give state employees a right to bring a claim under Kentucky Civil Rights Act, which they can go to court immediately, get an injunction, and get their job back. None of these state employees has gotten their jobs back yet. So that criminal statute didn't do them any good. Well, I've enjoyed being here, and my time's out, so I'll be quiet. Thank you.
Mr. Coleman.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to meet with you and discuss this topic. I do believe that I have the experience that we need in the Attorney General's office. I'm the only one here who's an elected official, but I don't think that's important because I don't think politics is important. I'm not wanting to do this job to